I recently came back from a 2-week trip and went to start my car, and the brake pedal wouldn't go in. And when I pushed start like this, comes up, and I'm pushing it again, and nothing happens. Even if I close the door, you can see my hood is open, but you can see the battery light. However, when I first went in to start the car, it said battery low and to turn off all the lights. So battery is dead. We're gonna change or charge out the battery. One of the things that stinks about the 2023 Honda Passport and some of the other models is access to the battery, which is all the way down here. So if you want to get access, the first thing you need to do is pop off this front piece of plastic. I already started, but all you have to do is literally basically manhandle it and pull it up. And it's good to pull it up the whole way around so you can seal it better. So you just gotta, and there are some clips right here, so be careful so you don't let those fall. So as you can see now, we have a little bit better access. The positive terminal is pretty easy to get to and labeled. The negative terminal, however, is all the way down here, and you can get an idea that there really isn't a lot of space. I am by myself, and I have one of these self-charging kits that I think I got as a gift from Costco. I keep this in my car, and it's basically a battery pack that you can charge with this cable. It also is a flashlight and can be USB. And then it comes with these. Now you can see I have basically no room to be able to hook it into here and then bring both terminals. So in order to get access to both terminals with this little device, we have to remove this next piece with these 2 screws right here. When you do that, there's some rubber right here and it might get a little stuck, so you're just gonna have to jiggle it out. Gonna remove the air intake right here, Phillips head. Just gonna turn these out. Be careful not to lose them. Okay, I do the rest by hand. Okay, set these aside. Now we're going to remove this piece. You can see it pops off here, and again, this is a little rubber and it might be a little stuck, so you're just gonna have to kind of jimmy it until you get it out. Okay, so I had to jimmy it. The rubber stayed on this piece, but it could conceivably go from this piece and stay here. But either way, now this is removed. We have much better access to the battery. I need to see how much battery we have. So if I turn this on, there are 4 dots that are blue, and that means that we're good to go. And then what we're going to do is this flap opens, and we'll plug this in here, and then we plug red to positive and black to negative. Now, once the black to negative is connected, we have 90 seconds to start our vehicle, so I won't be filming until I am done completing this step. All right, everything is connected. So let's see if we can go ahead and get the car to start. Okay, brake in. And there we go. Now, when I pushed the brake in, it actually did allow me to push a little more. I kind of had to push some more force. Then I just held that a little bit. So now we remove this, and remember to take off the black first and then the red. And don't let the edges of the charging cables touch each other. And while this is running, because I'm gonna let it run for a bit, I'm gonna replace all of these parts. Starting with this piece, I'm gonna put it back in here. Rubber spot. Gotta make sure it gets in there. And that this is over it entirely. And it lines up, but you see I just dropped the piece. Fortunately, it's held down here, but keep that in mind because these bottom pieces, I forgot, actually do pop out, so better to just keep these. And you'll be able to know when it's in because it'll line up. This is still moving a little bit, so I'm just gonna shove it in a little farther. Okay, you can see that it lines up right here. So I'm going to replace the bottom ones, and you kind of have to pinch them in to get it to go through because you can see that it's kind of like a claw. So just pinch those in, that one's in. That one's in. Now we're gonna screw these pieces back together. Okay. That's done. The final step is to replace this. Now I found it easiest if you start in the middle with the hood latch and you kind of angle it in. This is a little hard with one hand, but push it down and drop it into place. And then I clip on the edges. And as you're doing this, you could take a look and make sure that all the clips line up before you push anything down. You'll know when it's in place because you can hear it click and you see it not moving. There's another one, another one, another one, another one right there. And now let's just see, can we get it up? Go just check. Any loose pieces? No. And that's it.